Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another episode of Silent Survival. It is episode 54, and I'm having a really great day today. I hope you guys are having an amazing day because, the weather's nice. It's currently the weekend for me, and everything is just going absolutely amazing. So today we're going to be working on the Sea, or better known as the Ocean Monument of Shame, getting some work done over there, breaking some stuff, creating some stuff, and also fixing some stuff as well. But at the beginning of this episode, before even the like baiting, we're going to talk to you guys about something while we fix a minor project here at the base, because we have way too many poppies. We have like 5 double chests of poppies from our iron farms, which is a little too much. So currently we're sitting at 4,991 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Which is pretty amazing. That means that we're going to hit 5K by the time this video goes out. It'll already have happened. It'll be old news. And the celebration video will have gone out as well. I hope you guys really do enjoy that farm because it's something that you guys have been asking me to make literally since I started this channel. So hopefully some of you guys get use out of it. And what this little filter here is doing is sorting out all the poppies and then basically just burning them. So that we don't have an overflow of them like we just had, because our iron farms have been kicking out loads of iron, but also loads of poppies. I mean, we have double chests of poppies. Way too much. Anyway, so yeah, if you guys are enjoying the series and want to see more episodes, please do leave a like on the video. Get this, just more likes is always good for the YouTube algorithms. And, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. We're aiming for 10K by the end of 2018. That is the goal that we set in episode 45 of this series. And that was like the 2018, like New Year's episode. So I think we're off to a great start hitting 10K this year. And yeah, with all that stuff out of the way and with all that stuff said, let's get to doing some actual projects on the Ocean Monument of Shame. It's gonna be amazing. And here we are at the Ocean Monument of Shame, and I've done a little something that actually adds a whole lot to this. So if we just fly over here a little bit, you can see it actually looks way better now. So I honestly did not do too much to it. The only thing that I did do was connect up this bar right here across the corners, and that adds so much more shape to it. And originally, I was just like counting these things to make sure that they were all proper and, lined up and stuff. And, that's actually like adds to the design of it a lot. So we're probably going to actually continue this across and make this a proper walkway. But we'll talk about that here in a little bit and actually do some work on that. First of all, counting those out actually revealed something. And that is that I did a major derp last episode and actually messed up the spacing of this entire thing by 1 block. So that one was 1 block too far out, and this one is 1 block too far out. I already fixed that one off camera. But basically, you can see it over here. We have these spruce bars going across. These are a stack and a half of blocks, so 96 blocks long. And you can see that this one is 1 too long, and I killed a torch. So yeah, basically just got to bring this in by 1. It honestly doesn't mean too much. It's not really any extra work, but that does change how we're going to be doing our water walls on both sides, because if you saw the last episode, you'll know that we're going to do water walls going all the way around this thing, because they honestly look pretty cool. If you can see through that to the underwater terrain, it looks amazing, and I really like that view right there. So yeah, that means that right here we're going to have a water source, and then flowing water. So kind of like how this one is. That's a water source, and that's just flowing water. Okay, so now that I've done a little bit of blabbering and explaining the derp, let me move all this stuff in by 1 block and, remove these guidelines, maybe even remove these janky guidelines up here as well, and we can get a much better feel for how this thing is actually looking. And there we go, a little bit of cleanup work has been done. I removed all of the little guideline things, except those ones, because those are still fairly important. And yeah, it's looking pretty fantastic. I'm really glad that we're taking this a little bit slower, because had I caught that mistake a couple weeks down the line, it could have been disastrous. But anyway, that is pretty much it for corrections. Now, a goal for this episode is to get all of these walls down and have all of the water walls in place. That'll be pretty nice looking. That'll actually give it you know, like a proper feel to it. So one thing that I want to do is not just have it be a square. So one wall there, one wall there, and then one wall here. What I want to do is actually make this one a proper octagon, because this around the edges isn't. It's got 8 points, and that's why I call it an octagon, but technically it's not. It's got like 16 sides or whatever the hell. I don't know. Shapes are hard. But yeah, we're gonna do water coming down in the corners. So basically we're gonna cut off the corners with a water wall in this shape. Let me get some stuff in place. Okay, so I built up a little bit of a platform in the corner, and this is just going to allow all the water to cascade down in a nice corner right here. And hopefully it looks pretty good. So we're just gonna remove all of these things over here that have been here for so long. Jeez, it's finally good. Sorry, it's good to finally tear down these walls. Also, looks like I missed some blocks over here. Let's fill these in with non-gravity blocks. And there we go. That should allow all of that stuff to flow properly and cascade right over there. That actually looks pretty awesome. Those ones already turned into water sources as well. Very fine. We had to do so little work to actually get that to work. So a couple blocks right there should finish it off. And let's see what this looks like. So from the sides, it honestly doesn't look too bad. You can't really notice it against the other wall, which is good. Especially because there's an air pocket right there now. I was thinking there'd be some like graphical glitches because there's just air behind that, but honestly, it doesn't really look any different. Amazing. I like that. So yeah, we'll probably do that on all the corners. So that one and that one and that one. And that'll just make it a little bit easier for the build process as well, because oftentimes on these corners where you have two water walls meeting each other, bad things happen. So we're basically going to skip all of that pain. Anyway, I'm going to get that built up on all 4 sides. We will see what it looks like. And I'm also going to do a live stream right now, so I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Okay, so live stream is over and those corners are now all in place. All we gotta do is actually rip out all of these stone blocks, and then this corner will be in place as well. Trying to do this fairly quickly so that we can hop down to the bottom and actually see the beauty that is the cascading water, and a falling squid apparently too. That's fairly cool. I did mess up that one corner one, but oh well. Looking kind of interesting, and let's see if we can get in the air, do the cheeky tricks of launching from the water, which is actually a fairly good trick to know. And yeah, that kind of gives it a lot more shape, doesn't it? Actually, like a proper octagon on the inside of a false octagon. But yeah, this is kind of cool. Let's actually go and look at it from far above. That's got some shape to it. Like, I'm happy with that. Those 2 changes, the diagonal walls and then those little bridges going across, that added so much to it. Really wish we had thought about that before, but oh well, it's there now, and it's adding to it. One thing that there is to note is that underneath this is actually just air as of now, and I don't know, we could do something with this, or we could just like remove that platform and then fill it in with water. Let me know what you think down below if you have any ideas for possible, like, I don't know, statues or whatever we could do on the inside of that. Otherwise, I was just planning on completely filling it in with water. Anyway, let me get this stuff all tidied up now, and then we can actually move on to removing these walls, and it should be fairly easy because we don't actually need to worry about messing up any water whatsoever. So yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Hey, we just hit 5,000 subscribers. Got the screenshot to prove it too. That's really amazing. I'm really happy about that. Oh, that's super awesome. Thank you guys like so much. This has been an awesome journey to 5K and hopefully far beyond as well. Yeah, that's I don't really know what to say. I'm bad at like celebrations and speeches and just words in general, but yeah, now I guess what it's time to do is to remove these walls. This is going to be slightly different to how you might expect it to be. So we have to flood it first with water and then remove the walls, and I think that's going to be the easiest because we already have like blocks to place blocks onto, and also I think that'll avoid any possible traumatic incidents with water. I already messed this part up once and I had to exit without saving because Fixing these walls, if they get broken, is going to be an absolute pain in the buttocks. So what we're doing here is 2 layers of blocks because remember we need, is this water behind here? No, okay, good. So we need a water source here, a water source here, and then this is going to be flowing water going down. And that is very important that we get that correct. So yeah, I'm just basically going to go across here and make sure that there are safe places to place water sources going all the way across. Not gonna let any other water get in here, and hopefully this works out fairly okay. Actually, this might be slightly easier than I was ever expecting. So if we just bring that across, that'll flow perfectly fine. We don't really care if anything goes over this edge because this is all gonna be flowing water anyway, but what we can probably do is just wipe out like all of this stuff and just let the water come on in, and then we'll just spread water sources across all of this, and then it'll be done. So if we can just get this out of here, and then let these blocks come in like so, hopefully water sources spread across. I'm not sure why they aren't. Oh, it's because we messed up this right here. So if we put a block there, and maybe like a block here, or no, we need to remove these ones, and then water sources should spread across, very fine. And then it should do the same thing over here as well. Water is not too difficult, it turns out. As long as you actually like kind of understand how the physics work. Yeah, look at this. It's doing all the work for us. Nice. We can remove all this stuff as well, and that will be one complete side done. That was not difficult. This one has not spread, and that's just because there's blocks back there. I'm falling off the edge. Yeah, that was actually super easy. I didn't have to place a single water bucket. So yeah, that is that water wall done. We can take a look at this. It's gonna look the same as that one, but make sure there's no mistakes in this. That looks, ooh, that looks interesting with the leaves behind there. Should we just like be super lazy and leave the wall behind there? Oh my God, that looks interesting. This is 1080p 60, so hopefully you guys see what I'm seeing. Let's actually go to sleep real quick. Not so much in the daytime, it looks like. No, it's still there. That's actually kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that. Huh. I kind of don't want to tear down the walls now, but I'm still going to, I think. Ah, dang it. It looks cool though. We could just totally incorporate that. I don't know. I'm going to get this side flooded as well, and then we'll take a look at it and then decide whether or not we should tear down the walls. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely interesting, but I don't think we'll keep them. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that full 360 view of the ocean. That will be a sight worth seeing. I mean, already it looks pretty decent, but yeah. Anyway, we just need to get ourselves out some slabs, and then we can actually start removing these things pretty easily. So I should have some slabs in here, and yeah, basically just place one underneath all of these things if you can actually place it, and then all the gravel just comes into your inventory. Hopefully. It's actually surprisingly hard to place these things. Jeez. But yeah, anyway, this is gonna give us a butt ton of gravel and also sand if we can manage to place the damn slab, and it's gonna be great because I used literally all my gravel at the time and literally all my sand at the time to make these walls. Oh wow, you can actually see the broken monument from over here. I did not know that. I just was randomly flying around and saw that broken monument. Those of you who did not see the end of the last episode don't know about our super special, super broken ocean monument of double shame over here. Oh, this thing generated like that. Amazing. Anyway, back to the project at hand. So we're pretty much done tearing down the first wall, and so far, dang it, place the slab. So far, wow, I cannot place the slab. This is looking way better than having something there. So if we just back up, you can see, yeah, there's much more light coming in, and it's just a nicer blue, and it's just very fine. I'm gonna tear down the leaves here in a moment, and then remove that bar right there, and then this thing will be looking very, very fine. Something very bad is happening. The water in here. Oh, if you can't see it, this entire corner just kind of caved in. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. Oh, I have a feeling it's gonna happen on all the corners, so I guess rip the ideas for having something underneath here. I mean, I was planning on flooding this anyway, but I'm kind of questioning why it didn't spread all the way across. Anyway, that was funny to see. Crap, it even broke the front of this thing somehow. I'm not sure how that happened, but it broke the front. This one shouldn't be too hard to fix. I think what we gotta do is basically pillar down from the top. That way we don't like spread out the water even more. Dang it, water, stop being such a pain. You guys knew this was gonna happen as soon as I mentioned water. Anyway, yeah, it looks like if we just pillar all the way down with the leaves, then it should not be a problem. Also, I'm like working on removing these pillars, and apparently that is just cursed. Yeah, apparently it's just bad times. Okay, so we have a little bit of a problem. Basically, we can't remove these ones. Oh, hold on a second. Okay. He's breakdancing. Don't worry about it. Okay. Never mind. You know what? For once, guys, recording something actually made it work. That never happens. Oh my god. Anyway, so basically what was happening is it exploded out the front, right? So I just filled it in, but then whenever I would remove the blocks, the water would flow backwards. So what I did on the third block was I made a pillar of sponges going downwards, and apparently that fixed it. Anyway, that was a little bit of just chaos and derps, and it is nighttime again. I swear to God, every time I go to record this episode, it turns nighttime. I don't know what it is. Anyway, what? It broke again. You know what? I give up. Let me fix it. I see. Okay, now I'm recording, and now it's worse. All right, so it's fixed now, and that was extremely time-consuming and scary. So on the inside of here, I pretty much flooded it all the way, and I just spent like half an hour trying to figure that out. Lots of exiting without saving. Thank God we have that feature. So yeah, diagonal water walls, they look amazing, but they are risky to build. Anyway, I know what I'm doing now. Make sure that you don't flood the innards, and then you shouldn't flood the outwards, like the outer front of it. And also, make sure that you have a block underneath all of these so that they don't break. Okay, this side went way smoother. I think the problem with this side is that I was removing the pillars from the top down, and that way the water was spreading out. So I removed all these pillars from the bottom up, and no problems whatsoever. Actually, if we go in here, then you'll see that this thing is still completely hollowed out. So that is actually pretty cool. Maybe we can have 3 or 4 statues. I don't know. That one, I'm not going to mess with that one anymore. But anyway, now it's time to tear down this wall, and hopefully, cross your fingers, there is, dang it, no more shenanigans with water, because I'm honestly at my wit's end with this water. So everything has been removed except this section right here, and so far this view is amazing. The 360 or near 360 degree view of the ocean floor. It's quite awesome. I really like that. Really do. You would still get that view even with the flat corners, but I think the curved corners kind of adds to it. Anyway, I'm gonna remove that, and the next time you guys hear from me, it will be in the morning because it is currently 1 a.m. and I have to wake up early to go to work. So, as you can see, all the walls are now removed and the view is honestly amazing. I was not expecting it to be this cool. I mean, of course, you could just like go inside the ocean and then look around and you got the same view, but this has got something special to it because we cleared all this out. It's got a cool shape to it. And something that's actually kind of interesting that I noticed while building it is that we are right on the edge. So this right here marks the corner of where the monument originally was. So that means if we had these water walls even 1 block further in, then guardians could spawn in it. So we really did cut it close right there. I did not realize that until I got the 4th wall in, so that's pretty awesome. Also, our guardian farm is actually producing some drops. I have gone AFK at this probably for about 6 or so hours, and we can see that we have about 6 or so double chests. Also, this thing is overflowing again. So, I mean, it is working, it is getting spawns, but it's not amazing. Not super amazing. So, the original plan for the episode was to do like half of it on the walls, maybe 2/3 even, depending on how long that took. And it's taken up most of the episode, actually. I think we can squeeze in a little bit of testing at the end here in creative just to see if this farm is either A, not spawning very many mobs in the first place, or B, killing a whole lot of guardians in lava, because it does spawn. Like, you can see them spawn, they do drop, but there's gotta be something wrong with it. Either that or console is just really slow with how it spawns, in which case we can't really do anything about that. So let's hop over to creative real quick and see what we can find out. And here we are in creative. I've already done a bunch of testing with these two tests right here. We have one setup for the 1.11 Guardian mechanics and a test setup for the 1.12 mechanics as well. And then here's the test from a couple of episodes ago where we kind of proved and showed that Guardians next to any block will fall significantly faster than Guardians with no blocks next to them. So that is a good thing to know. That's definitely some concrete evidence right there after many tests. And now we're going to try out the lava ones. I was really hoping that we would find a problem because this is the current setup that we have. 3 blocks of air, 4 blocks of lava, and then our collection system. But as you can see, all of these guys are just fine. They're one-hit kill with just an unenchanted diamond sword, and they don't die in the lava, so that is actually perfectly fine. Turns out we don't really need to change anything. And here is the test for 1.11 mechanics. And as you can see, it is actually pretty similar. So the guys fall, they go through 1 layer of lava, 2 layers of lava, and then the water, and they are still 1-hit kill with a diamond sword. So we kind of have unique mechanics. I don't know, maybe I need to make a copy of the Silent Survival world, put that into creative, and then do a whole bunch of testing on that particular farm, because this isn't inside of a Guardian farm, so it very well could be slightly different. I don't know, maybe pathfinding is different. Actually, I know pathfinding is different, I just don't know if it's different for Guardians on console. So yeah, more testing is in order. If you guys have any ideas for how we could improve this farm, then let me know down in the comments, or some way that we can improve this farm, because I'm kind of out of ideas. I've watched all of the Nimbomb videos explaining all the Guardian farm like mechanics in detail and how he got such high rates, but there's a lot to take in, and console is very different. So if you're a console expert, or if you just have an idea, let me know down below, because that'll definitely be very interesting. Anyway, guys, you probably guessed it, that is going to be the end of this episode. Sorry, it was all just wall removing. Wasn't really planning on that. Turns out we don't really have to fix the Guardian farm either, I guess. So yeah, kind of not really ever going to plan, but when does my plans ever work out? Anyway, thank you guys ever so much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys ever so much for 5K. Seriously, bottom of my heart, means the absolute world to me. And yeah, I'll see you guys down in the comment section and in the next video. Thank you again for watching. And then there was silence.